CBS Sports presents a Saturday matinee between the Crimson Tide of Alabama and the Rebels of Ole Miss.
My life is a movie.
You can't write a better script than this.
Nick Saban takes his show on the road to face Lane Kiffin here in Oxford.
There's stars all over this football field.
With the stars.
When the lights are the brightest, that's when Bryce Young really shines.
Jackson Dart, he looks like he was plucked right off a Hollywood film set.
It's Alabama versus Ole Miss.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, folks.
Get your popcorn ready.
It's showtime here in Oxford.
My life is a movie.
In fact, a double feature today on CBS Sports. Game one was Tennessee and Missouri as your appetizer. Main course coming up on the Home Depot SEC on CBS from Oxford, Mississippi and Vaught Hemingway Stadium. Our matchup, the number 9 team in the country, the Crimson Tide of Alabama, the number 11 Rebels of Ole Miss. Only once beaten as you take a look at the standings and what's at stake. LSU eked out a win today over Arkansas. So Ole Miss needs to start winning today against Alabama, snap a 6-game losing streak against them, then win out and hope that Texas A&M can give them some help on Thanksgiving weekend. Welcome everybody. Brad Nestler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell. Alabama won the toss and deferred. And today's weather is, you should have been here yesterday kind of weather. Beautiful yesterday, upper 70s. It's 40 degrees at kickoff. And we're underway. Jalen Robinson from the 3-yard line. And Robinson pops it out to about the 23, and that's where they'll go to work offensively. And led by Jackson Dart. Their quarterbacks had a fine season. They had a bye week last week after beating Texas A&M 2 weeks ago, 31-28. So they got a little bit healthier. They got their dual threat backfield back intact with Zach Evans in there, along with Quinshawn Judkins, the sensational freshman tailback, who's flanking Jackson Dart right now in that Rebel backfield. Jordan Watkins in motion. Dart's going to throw on first down. Deep middle. Got it. Complete to Mingo. Jonathan Mingo out to the 41-yard line to pick up a 16.
Bama player down on the field, hurt.
And one play, and
Was it Ricks?
I believe so. Eli Ricks.
Yes.
Eli Ricks, who came over, transferred from LSU, and has been getting more and more time in the secondary for the Tide.
So for a whole week, Alabama hears about the running game. Lane starts with a pass.
Right. You see he's got his head into it as well on Mingo. And he took the worst of that.
Yeah, he got it bent back, didn't he?
And he got hit twice. He was trying to deliver the shot. He took a shot, and then one of his own guys got him a second time. So Eli up, and they'll help him off. Just one play into the game. That depletes Alabama's secondary a little bit.
Let's see if Terrion Arnold comes in. He does. He did not play a week ago.
Had the flu.
Something like I got.
You got something. Don't lean it over here too far. Keeper by Dart. Big opening off the right side. And the ball comes out at the end. And it's still rolling Alabama's way. But did they blow it dead?
They did.
Those of you that were watching the end of Tennessee and Missouri, we welcome you to Oxford, Mississippi. And opening possession right now for the Rebels. Jackson Dart, after throwing a 20-yard completion to Jonathan Mingo. Here was the last play as he went 16 on the scramble, and he was down.
Yep, right elbow.
And that'll give him a first down at the 42. Matt Leffler, our official, got a flag down as well.
There is no foul on the play. First down.
All right, so they pick that up. And Jackson Dart off to a good start as we take a look at our Papa John's starting lineups. Had to win the job after transferring from USC, and he's really played well the last month. And he comes up firing again to Jonathan Mingo again. Part of the Rebels offense that looks like this in the Papa John's lineup. We mentioned Zach Evans back healthy. Was banged up the last couple of weeks and the last time we saw them, in fact. So when you put Evans and Judkins in there together, a special backfield. This is Judkins, the freshman, and that's what he's done all year long. Over 1,000 yards on the season and a first down to the 30.
Major part of this Lane Kiffin offense is tempo. They believe in it, and they also believe Alabama struggles with it.
That's right. We saw that with Tennessee and Alabama. And the Rebels trying to do the same thing here. All three wideouts to the right. And the pitch goes that way to Judkins. And again, big run for 9 more. Defensively for Alabama, they're trying to slow things down right now. Dallas Turner, along with Will Anderson, those bookend outside linebackers. And when you worry too much about Anderson, Turner can hurt you. But right now, Alabama's on its heels defensively. Judkins off the left side with a push from his offensive line, and he's got a first down inside the 20. Byron Young, number 47, in on the stop.
Judkins, obviously the freshman of the year in the SEC. Home state, Alabama. Got passed over.
Here he is again, cuts it outside, takes tacklers with him. Judkins inside the 15 to the 14. And the tempo again for the Rebels. About 3 plays a minute. This time Dart keeps it. Judkins paid the price anyway.
By Will Anderson that time. Will goes, I know you're from Alabama, but this is what it feels like.
Yeah. Third down and 3. Zach Evans in there now. The tailback spot. 4 wide out grouping for Jackson Dart. And flags fly. Going to be a false start.
Offense, number 57, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Micah Pettis, the right tackle.
Just a bit of movement by Alabama. Got him leaning forward.
So now it's 3rd down and longer. 3rd down and 8. Number 2 team in the conference on 3rd down conversions are the Rebels. Dart looked like he wanted to pitch that forward, and now he runs with it and he gets belted out of bounds short of the first down.
He couldn't throw it after that. He had linemen downfield. It was supposed to be a quick pitch, but you could see the lineman way downfield that time, and he just had to keep it.
Wisely got what he could, and they're going on 4th down. They're 10 out of 18 on 4th down conversions this year, and they're not going to get this one. Henry To'oto'o comes in to make the stop, and Alabama will take over on downs.
He was a menace last year in this game. Starts out again. Nobody touched him.
Boy, and he filled that hole in a hurry. So Alabama with a defensive stand after a long drive by the Rebels, and they'll have it with Bryce Young and company when we come back. The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Invesco QQQ, Sonic, Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea, and by Rocket Mortgage. Welcome to Oxford, everybody. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell. As Tom, Rick, and Sherry went a little long over there in Knoxville, so we didn't have a time to say hello. Big game, even though LSU already won.
You know, 2 years in a row, this Ole Miss offense has moved it, but it's the red zone has been the problem.
Well,
another stop by Alabama.
They went 66 yards in 10 plays, a little over 3 minutes, and had nothing to show for it because of the 4th down stop. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs hitting the backfield, and he's going to lose a couple. Papa John's lineup looks like this. Reigning Heisman Trophy winner Bryce Young had kind of a rough go of it last week in the overtime loss to LSU. But still, he's something special. And the rest of the offense, the blind side guarded by Steen over there on the left side, who's had a heck of a year at left tackle. Jahmyr Gibbs with Bryce Young in the backfield. And Young comes up throwing. Out in the flat, Jermaine Burton. Burton's going to get collared after a short gain, and it'll be third down right off the bat. Defense for the Rebels, that's been their problem, slowing people down. But Troy Brown is healthy now after the week off last week. He's their leading tackler, calling the plays on the defense. Jace McClellan in the backfield on 3rd and long. JoJo Earl is in motion. Young takes his time, rips it down the middle, got it to Latu, the tight end, and a first down out to the 29.
Nice pocket, time to throw, big target. Hook it right there.
Pick up a 15 for Latu and a first down for the Alabama offense. Their first of the game. Young. That one's only going to get about a yard to JoJo Earl. Bryce Young on the season, 19 touchdown passes, 4 interceptions. He's run for 3 on the ground. Had the shoulder problem, missed 1 entire game. Came back and continued to rehab. Seems to be 100% right now. At least we think so. Gibbs, not any place to hide. A 1-yard pickup for number 1. And this has been all Alabama in the last 6 years. Averaging 57 points a game, 561.
Yeah, 2 years ago they lit up the scoreboard but didn't get the win.
2 years ago, 63 to 48. Last year, pretty dominant on Alabama's side. There's another third down and long. 3rd and 8. Need to get to the 39.
See what kind of pressure they can get.
Ole Miss almost offsides defensively. Young getting some heat from behind, and down he goes. J.J. Pegues with a sack.
Another one of those transfers from Auburn. A former tight end comes around the outside and eats them up.
Had a sack last week. Also had a reception, or a rush, I should say, for 4 yards. And this time coming around the corner. Big fellow with a 9-yard setback and a punting situation for Alabama. End over end kick, fair catch called for at the 32 by Jordan Watkins. So both jobs by the defense has been impressive when they needed to get off the field.
Want to get pumped for today's game? Just tell Siri, play the Today's Hits playlist.
So Ole Miss had a good opening drive before they stalled on 4th down. Their rushing offense, top 10 in virtually every category. And coming in 267 yards on the ground per game. Zach Evans is part of the reason for that, as he gets 5 on that carry. Brian Branch brought him down.
Irony early is the penalty against Ole Miss slowed the drive down. It's been Alabama's problem on the road lately.
The 2nd down and 5. Mingo in motion. And whoa, collar job there. That was Jalen Moody who clotheslined the ball carrier, Zach Evans.
Yeah, man, he did, didn't he?
Yes. And it brings up 3rd and 7 just like that. Dart, quick slant.
Man, what a hit.
But it's short of the first down. Dayton Wade and Jordan Battle let him have it. It's 4th and 1.
Well, we'll see.
They're going to give it to him.
We'll see.
They're giving him the first down.
They did, didn't they? I thought it was way short.
I thought it was a yard short at least. Too late now. Dart Loads, fires, far sideline, out of bounds, incomplete.
Watkins came down funny on his leg there, too.
He sure did.
Watch Jordan Watkins, number 11. Let's see if he gets caught. Yeah, he gets stepped on behind his Achilles.
And the left ankle turned as well,
Yeah.
so he's down on the far sideline. So we'll check on Watkins. Be back in Oxford after this. Jordan Watkins had to be helped off the field. That would deplete the wide receiver core for Ole Miss if he can't come back. Let's take you back 2 plays ago when I said it was going to be 4th and 1.
Get to the 42. I didn't think he got there.
Replay booth said that they confirmed it was a first down.
Right. So that would have forced a 4th and short. And Lane looked like he was going to go for it. Now it's 2nd and 10 after the first down play. Here we go.
Break the huddle in a hustle.
That's a good break.
They got linemen out wide left. They got receivers to the right. We got a double pass coming up from Dayton Wade, who loads and lets it fly into traffic, and it's broken up. That was fun to watch, but it's 3rd down and 10.
Well, remember Lane had a bye, and he emptied it out, right?
Yeah.
The
Great
running
looking
back
formation.
is going to go right down the middle this time. Covered well by Alabama.
Ulysses Bentley was the intended receiver. So after all that fun, 3rd down and 10.
Let's see if Will Anderson can put some pressure on here.
He's coming. Darts, letting it fly deep. And saying, where's the flag?
Post route. Oh, man.
Right at
That's
the
a big
40-yard
miss
line.
by the officials, isn't it? 15 yards downfield.
Dayton Wade is the guy that got leveled at the 40-yard line.
Wait, there is an official assigned to every receiver. Jackson Dart is going, whoa. Perfect throw down the middle.
Mazin's punt is short end over end. And it takes an Alabama bounce. They're going to have it around the 27 or 28-yard line. The Tide offensively. Jackson Dart, I don't blame him. Get nonstop sports news, expert picks, and the biggest highlights on CBS Sports HQ, the free 24/7 sports news network. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. I'm going to join the HQ gang after our game, if I can still feel my feet at that time anyway. 7:04 remaining, first quarter, scoreless here at Ole Miss. Second possession for Alabama, and they'll work from their own 28-yard line. Play fake to Jahmyr Gibbs. Bryce Young, a quick move.
He's going to get intentional grounding. No, he's outside the box. He'll be okay. Nobody over there, no one to throw to.
Let's check in with Jenny Dell to say hello at least.
Yeah, to try to understand what's been going on inside that Alabama locker room. I spoke with Will Anderson this week, and he said he's really been trying to focus the guys and making sure they're mentally in the right place. His message, focus on the standard set for Alabama football, the team expectation, not the outside noise. He preached the importance of being in the moment. And guys, he told me one of the biggest lessons he's learned this year, not to take winning for granted.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that goes full blast all the time, and people think he's not having a good year just because it hasn't been quite as sensational as last season. Kind of hard to match those statistics that he had a year ago.
Alabama's still struggling to get that running game going.
Yeah, Gibbs got about 3.
In the 2 losses, LSU and Tennessee, they were significantly outgained in the running game.
Third down and 7.
Last 2 third downs, they rushed 4.
They've got about 6 guys lined up there. It just depends on how many are coming. Young, quick throw to the outside is too strong for Ja'Cory Brooks, and Alabama's going to have to punt again.
A lot of looks, a lot of options, but only 4 rush this time. A lot of possibilities. Throw to the outside would have been a tough catch.
And it would have had to have been a perfect throw, and it was just a little bit too far outside. James Burnham now in to kick. And Jonathan Mingo, but way back on the other end for the Rebels, who shift on their punt front. Mingo is going to have to call a fair catch around the 31-yard line. That's time to do Project Smarter, presented by the Home Depot. Build yourself a really good middle linebacker. That's a good way to do things.
Yeah, we've been watching Henry play a long time. Tennessee and now at Alabama. When he gets zoned in, finds his guy, he's as good a tackler as there is in this league.
Double-digit tackles last year and off to a good start in this first quarter. Number 10. 6:03 remaining in the first quarter. And this time, the Rebels will bring in a tight end, Casey Kelly. Ulysses Bentley, and now it's an end around to Jalen Robinson's got a blocker in front with a stutter step. Got leveled out of bounds on the Rebels bench after a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Part of the pressure that Lane Kiffin has in this game is he's got to keep this Alabama defense off balance the whole game. That's when this Ole Miss offense works the best.
We're going to be short about a yard on second down. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Toe-to-toe in on that stop on Bentley. Again, about every 21 seconds, Ole Miss runs a play.
In college football.
Back shoulder is perfect to Malik Heath. And Heath out of bounds way down at the 27-yard line.
3rd and 1, because Lane knows he's going for it on 4th and 1, he can throw this ball.
Pickup of 33, and they're lining up in a hurry. Alabama's trying to change up their line, and they do get the substitution in.
Yes, Ole Miss substituted, so Alabama was allowed to.
So at the 26, 1st down. Judkins back in at tailback, and it's going to be Dart on the run on his own for about 3. Will Anderson made the stop. First quarter has been good to both these teams. They put points on the board. And it was interesting listening to Lane Kiffin yesterday. He said, we start so quick, and if our tempo's working, our first quarter is really pretty good, and then the defense gets used to your speed.
Right. They haven't seen it. They can't practice this speed.
So it's like going to the batting cage and going in and having the thing throw a 95-mile-an-hour fastball at you at the beginning. And this guy's a fastball, almost a horse collar tackle at the end. 1st down for Judkins at the 11.
And this guy is a strong run man. Reminds me of Mark Ingram, the way Ingram used to run, right?
Yeah.
Quick feet, strong at the point of a tackle.
One of the quickest freshmen in SEC history to a 1,000-yard season. And he's got a good first quarter. And Dart on the keeper. Face mask in there. If they don't call it, I guess not. Tim Smith had a whole bunch of Jackson Dart's face mask. And no call. And that's why the boos from the fans.
How could they miss that?
I don't know.
I mean, whatever. 60,000 people saw it.
He's still adjusting everything.
Yeah.
2nd and 5. Then get a 1st down at the 1-yard line. Dart scans the field. High throw. Incomplete. And intended for Malik Heath. And it's 3rd down and 5.
Nice job by Arnold that time. Good coverage. Stays with him. Undercuts it. Makes the play.
That's a good play. Big 3rd down here. 3rd and 6 for Jackson Dart. He's going to take off with it. Dart needs to get to the 1, and he might have gotten there. Alabama's defense might have pushed him to that first down marker.
Jackson Dart, good runner, has not scored a touchdown this year. And he did get pushed over, didn't he?
And it's first and goal at the 1. Might have been a false start of the flag as To'o whips Judkins backwards.
False start on the offense, number 4.
Second big penalty in the red zone.
Yep.
Previous play with Dart, as Ness said, pushed over by Will Anderson. And now trying to go fast. Oh, it was Dart?
Yeah, Dart and Judkins both took a half step forward. So they're making it hard on themselves. Backed up to the 6-yard line. Gary said no rushing touchdowns for Dart. He almost had one on the previous play. And he's going to try one here. It's his head down, barrels to the 2. J.D. Dale in on the stop, along with Byron Young.
Watch for that same action with a jump pass connected to it.
Dart. Nope. Close. Not quite. 3rd down and goal at about the 1-foot line.
Ole Miss is going to substitute, so you know Alabama will come in with their big guys.
Will Anderson was holding on for dear life on that last stop. Less than a yard to go. 3rd and goal.
Dart's going out as a wide receiver this time.
And Judkins will be in the Wildcat. And Pegues in at tight end. 2 tight ends. He and Casey Kelly switch sides. Judkins. Touchdown.
They basically ran the same play all 3 times. Twice with the quarterback, and then once with their freshman phenom Judkins. On the left side, good blocking. Everybody stays with it. Just a push and effort into the end zone.
It was a fight with To'o, and Hudgkins won. The Judkins won from a yard out. Jonathan Cruz now in for the point after. Up and good. This guy's been something this year. Quinshon Judkins, 14th rushing touchdown. 68-yard drive and 11 plays, and the Rebels on top by 7. Quinshon Judkins. That's some pretty good company right there. Most rushing touchdowns single season. How about Archie doing it back in 69?
That's right.
That's pretty good.
How about those guns on Judkins, by the way?
Wow.
Gosh, darn is he built.
Jahmyr Gibbs waits at the goal line on the Jonathan Cruz kickoff. High and short, really short. Going to have to hustle to get to this. Over on the 14-yard line to Corey Brooks. And he gets taken out around the 25-26. Tomorrow, Week 10 of the NFL on CBS slate, headlined by Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And the Texans meet the Giants. We'll get you set for kickoff starting at noon Eastern. JB and the guys on the NFL today. Sunday, the NFL on CBS.
Let's see if Alabama can diversify their offense a little bit. Last week, 51 passes, targeted 29 went to Gibbs or Brooks. They need to spread that offense out a bit more.
And under 50% throwing for that guy last week, which is...
What, 2nd time in his career?
Yeah. JoJo Earl in motion across the field. Young to throw, out to Earl on the fly. Beg your pardon, that's Kobe Prentice, not JoJo Earl. Let's check in with Jenny.
Yeah, we got a quick injury report. We got 2 players in the locker room right now. We have Alabama corner Eli Ricks and wide receiver for Ole Miss, Jordan Watkins. For Watkins, it looks like it's a left ankle. For Eli, he took that tough hit the first play of the game. I'll keep you posted if I hear more, guys.
All right, Jenny, thanks. Alabama trying to put some points up here before the end of the first quarter. 1:33 to go. Jahmyr Gibbs hit in the backfield, dropped at the 20 by Tysheem Johnson.
More of the same for this Alabama offense. Inability to run the ball consistently. No room, nothing. Another tackle for loss.
Great read by Tysheem Johnson, man. He came flying in there and make the stop on a guy that's not that easy to bring down in the open field. And that's 3rd down and a bunch.
The Alabama offense has basically become give it to Bryce and see what he can do.
Third down at 15. Three wide receiver stack on the left side. Young is looking that way. Pressured. And now he's going to have to take off with it. I don't know if he can get 15 out of this. He got 14. 4th and 1.
Interesting coverage this time. Watch the 2 safeties move up 2 rats on the play. And as Bryce is able to get close, the rats are there to stop him. Interesting.
And the Tide's going for it from their own 36. Unless they're just trying to draw the Rebel defense offside.
They're just going to wait till the end of the quarter, are they not? And then decide, try to draw them off.
That makes more sense.
Oh! They weren't supposed to snap it.
Flags are down.
Mental mistake by the Alabama offense.
Tight ends start to shift and they snapped it. Both tight ends were moving.
Seth McLaughlin, number 56, is the only guy that thought he was supposed to snap the ball. The other 10 players thought it was just great till the end.
Again, there's the illegal.
Look at that. Everybody else is just sitting there.
It's been that kind of year. Coverage of today's game brought to you by Goodyear. The Home Depot SEC on CBS brings us in to the second quarter in Oxford, Mississippi, and the Rebels take over on a strange play that we will show you one more time after this offensive snap. Great field position inside the 36-yard line. Dart on the keeper. Got about 1.5 yards before the Alabama defense swarms around him. Let's go back to that, what was going to be a 4th down not play, I thought.
Right. All Bryce Young does is wave the tight ends over. It does not look like the center, Seth McLaughlin, is looking back. Nick Saban asked, did somebody clap or simulated a clap, but that did not happen either.
2nd and 8, Dart. The throw completes inside the 20 to Malik Heath.
Back shoulder stop place. Heath had that big game against LSU that we did, 8 for 145, and he's on his way here today.
Yeah, 16 more on that one. So here early in the second quarter.
3rd trip into the red zone.
Casey Kelly, the tight end, in motion. Zach Evans for a couple.
The bye week allowed Zach Evans to get healthy. When we did the LSU Ole Miss game, they did not have him. It showed up late in the game.
The load on Judkins got pretty heavy. And now Judkins in the backfield and goes over in a slot. And Jackson Dart under center, which is not the norm, and it's a counter to Judkins, who came from that slot.
Well, that's one play Alabama has not seen before. Bye week, reacted well this time. Bama's defense stays at home, stops it well.
Going to say, I hadn't seen that one.
Oh, not me.
Lane Kiffin looking down to see what he's going to come up with on 3rd down and 4. They need to get inside the 10.
He's probably looking at what he's going to do on 4th down and 2.
That could be. Jonathan Mingo in motion out of the backfield. Going to throw it out in the flat to Mingo. He's got a 1st down, upended out there by Terry and Arnold, but it's 1st and goal.
Jackson did a good job getting the football to throw. He was fumbling it. I'm sure he didn't even have the laces on that throw.
1st and goal at the 7. Judkins broke 1 tackle and bulldozed his way inside the 5.
Watch that previous play. Jackson Dart gets it, turns, never had the laces at all, and delivers it for the 1st down.
Former All-State baseball player had a little sidearm throw out there to get it to where they are. Trying to go up 14-0.
Dart has already run the ball 9 times. He has the most rushing attempts on the team.
From the 4. The play fake, the throw over the middle, hit some traffic, almost intercepted.
Boy, I thought Helms was going to knock it down and catch it for an interception. Oh. I guess it was Lawson.
Yeah, Deontay Lawson.
Yes, wasn't it? Yes. I thought Helms was going to catch it.
3rd down and goal. Dart to the end zone, incomplete. That one intended for Dayton Wade, and his 4th and goal.
Well, now we'll see. You got to take the 3, don't you?
Yeah, I think.
You get a turnover, a gift, you got to get some points out of it.
Jonathan Cruz has hit his last 9 field goals, 9 for 10 on the year.
Bama defense answered. That was a big change of possession, and they stopped it.
This should be an easy one for Cruz. 22-yard attempts from the right hash. Up and good. So another good-looking drive by the Rebels. They have to settle for 3, but they'll settle for a 10-0 lead over Alabama.
Adam Zucker in New York with his Jeep update. Number 3 Michigan right behind Ole Miss at 4th in the country in rushing yards per game. Their main man Blake Corum, that's his 17th rushing touchdown, tied for the nation's best, and the first score of the day against Nebraska. As we go back to Ness, Gary, and Jenny.
All right, Zuck, thanks. Here it's 10-0. Short drive after that botched 4th down by Alabama. They only had to go, the Rebels, 32 yards in 9 plays. They got a 22-yard field goal to take a 10-0 lead. Again, a short kick. Bounces around the 16, picked up by Jahmyr Gibbs, and he's going down right where he got it.
Jahmyr Gibbs not having a good trip here so far to Oxford. Minus -1 yard rushing, and the punt game, the kickoff game is not working either.
No.
So that 4th down, remember, Bama was not even going for it here. They were just trying to draw off sides, get to the quarter. After that, Nick Saban, Bryce Young is in the huddle talking and enters the head coach for a good tongue lashing. We've dropped the ball. We can't run block. Let's get it going, guys.
Just mental errors. I mean, it cost them the Tennessee game. What, they have 17 penalties
yes.
in that one?
Yes.
Mistakes cost them in the overtime loss to LSU last week.
No penalties, but mental errors, right. Drop balls.
1st half of the 20. Gibbs.
And no running game.
You got 3 there.
1st quarter, they had 7 rushing attempts for 4 yards. Alabama.
And this is a defense that gives up over 150 a game on the ground. So the Rebels defense much stiffer today so far anyway.
3-man rush again.
Young. Pocket is collapsing. Buys himself some time and throws a strike complete for a 1st down. JoJo Earl.
So I don't know how many yards Bryce has rushed for in the season running the ball, but he's rushed for about 600 yards behind the line of scrimmage and thrown the ball all year. I know that.
Yeah, he's only given credit for 147 yards rushing, but that's when you consider all the running around, the sacks.
Yes, jeez.
First down, just inside their own 33 for the Tide. Young, sideline throws complete. Ja'Cory Brooks. It's rushing on the road. That's what Gary is talking about.
Both those games, Tennessee and LSU outrushed them.
And those are the two losses. Second down and 2. And there they've got a positive run that time by Chase McClellan. And that's a first down.
Nick Saban had to challenge that offensive line and say, come on, guys. Let's see if we can move the ball, take some pressure off our quarterback. It can't be all number 9.
So they moved it to the 47. The first down at the 10-minute mark. McClellan again. Got to the edge to pick up 3, maybe 4. Before Markevius Brown knocked him out.
Not only that, give your defense a little time to get on the sideline, right?
Exactly. Just shaded on the Rebel side of midfield. A second down at 6 for the number 9 team in the country, trailing by 10. Brooks in motion. Young's in trouble, got away from it somehow again, and a short throw then to Latu.
Yeah, it's going to come back to it, looks like.
We've got an Ole Miss player down in the Alabama backfield as well. And that's Cedric Johnson. They can't afford to lose him.
No, and during the bye week, he was just starting to get a little healthy, too. He's been nicked all year.
Personal foul, hands to the face, number 97 on the defense. That penalty being forced, 15 yards, first down.
John Gordon with the personal foul.
Right in the middle.
Well, I guess hands to the throat.
That's the right call, and you tack it on the bend of it.
They're walking it down
flags,
inside the red zone.
We're so used to that flag coming in late and being holding.
Right.
That time, the hand to the face.
So that moves it to the 19-yard line.
It's always a tough penalty because you tack it on, too.
Quick throw down the middle. Touchdown, Alabama to Burton.
What a strike. The RPO offense that Lane Kiffin actually brought to Alabama is run to perfection with that strike from Bryce Young.
19-yard touchdown pass, and it got there in a hurry, as Gary said.
Yeah, that was pretty decent coverage, but you can't throw it and run a better route than that. And I'm sure as Bryce and the coach were saying, if we do our stuff, we're going to move the ball.
Will Reichert is waiting to try the extra points. And now we're set. Extra point is good. So good looking drive that time. 80 yards in 7 plays. The 20th touchdown pass of the year for Bryce Young. The 4th of the year for Jermaine Burton. And the leads then cut to 10-7. Now it's time for our Hometown Connection presented by T-Mobile as we send it down to Jenny.
Talk about a connection this time on the sidelines in the Hughley sisters. Jordan, a cheerleader at Alabama. Peyton at Ole Miss. Now their mom, Dorinda, she was a cheerleader at Ole Miss back in 1992. The girls, Jordan and Peyton, they used to frequent football games. They both found a passion for cheerleading, but Jordan, she chose to be the ultimate rebel, going to Bama, while Peyton, she followed mom's footsteps. With Jordan being a senior and Peyton a freshman, this is the first time that they will be on opposite sidelines.
No.
Mom Dorinda finishing our chat with Hottie Toddy and Roll Tide. And guys, I got to relive a little bit of my college cheerleading moments here with the Hughley sisters.
Mad skills, Jenny Dell.
It's been 17 years.
That is an awesome story.
And two young ones at home that love that shot.
Yeah,
right?
Will liked it too. And down at the 15 on a short kick, this time by Alabama. Let's head back to our studios in New York for this Heisman Watch presented by Nissan. Zuck.
All right, Ness, it's Ohio State's C.J. Stroud with 5 touchdown passes in the easy win over Indiana today, and everybody could cheer for what happened on his final one. The first career catch for Captain Cameron Babb, an injury-plagued career for that former 5-star player. In our first game, Hendon Hooker, 355 passing yards and 4 total touchdowns. Going to be a fun stretch run.
No doubt. The reigning Heisman Trophy winner on that last drive for Alabama, 4 for 4 for 52 yards and the touchdown. 10-7. Jackson Dart fakes the end-around pitch, loads and goes deep middle, and almost intercepted. Should have been intercepted by Jordan Battle.
All of us quarterbacks that get away with one of those, you're going, boy, this must be my day, because for 25 yards, that looked like that was an interception. Battle's going, it's right to me. It's right to me. I don't have
it. Will Anderson was the guy that kind of spun Jackson Dart around in that Alabama, or the Ole Miss backfield, I should say. Now Zach Evans, toe draped all over it. Very short gain, if any. It's going to be 3rd and long.
I think it was Burrows, number 98, Jamil Burrows, that made the play inside on that. Those defensive linemen inside, the inside guys. We always talk about Will Anderson, Dallas Turner, Toto. Those guys need to make more plays.
3rd down and 10. Dart. Heat's coming from the backside. This time a better throw, but incomplete, intended for Malik Heath. And Ole Miss is going to have to give it up.
I think Deontay Lawson made another play. Remember, he batted the play, a pass down. Now he runs with the receiver, turns around, good coverage by a linebacker.
He became more and more involved when Jalen Moody was banged up a little bit, and now he's playing probably just as much as Moody is.
Especially 3rd down.
Kool-Aid McKinstry is waiting on the punt from Fraser Massin. Kool-Aid lets it bounce and doesn't do much damage. Rolls to a stop around the 41-yard line. 8 minutes remaining first half. The All-American Will Anderson gets some heat in the Rebel backfield in a 10-7 game. Today's aerial coverage, including these unique drone shots, are brought to you by Goodyear.
That last drive, after the little huddle on the sideline, Bryce did Bryce, basically here, showing you what he can do when you don't pin him in. And then he reads the blitz quickly, gets rid of it, and throws a strike.
And so we warmed up on that drive. Now 24 games with a touchdown pass, 24 in a row. Good company there.
This surprised me, though. Tebow, 30 in a row like that, didn't it?
No, when we saw him in the weight room yesterday, I'm surprised he can still throw it. He's so huge. Here's another completion. This is JoJo Earl. The ball's out. I think the Rebels have got it. They do. Fumble by Earl. Recovery by Ole Miss.
Safe play. Goes to the right guy. Earl's trying to make something happen. Yeah, just kind of like an elbow as he comes by. The guy's trying to make the tackle. I think it was Robinson, 95, that got him just with his left elbow.
And then Otis Reese covered it. So another mistake by Alabama has given the Rebels the ball back in great shape at the 49-yard line.
See Coach Saban, he went over and went, all right, forget it. Bad things happen, move to the next play. It's been the theme for him all week. Next play.
Quinshon Judkins in the backfield with Dart. Dart's going to throw on first down.
It's interference.
And there comes the flag.
Yep.
Going to be on Terrion Arnold.
Now remember, Texas A&M went after Arnold with those back shoulder throws.
Yep.
Lane watched this tape. This is the third one. Back shoulder throw.
He's all over him. Heath.
Pass interference on the defense, number 3. 15-yard penalty, first down.
They're going to have it all the way down at the 36-yard line. That's the first Alabama penalty, even though it seems like they've had more, and they've sure had their fair share of them this season. That's for sure. 10 or more in 3 games. I mentioned the 17 against Tennessee. And that one cost them 15. And a first down for the Rebels at the 36. Four wideouts. And Judkins in the backfield with Dart. Another one. And this one's complete. Same guy, same corner, basically same result as far as gains.
Right now, Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin is establishing a pressure point in this football game. How is Alabama going to adjust?
19 yards on the pickup there, and they're back in the red zone at the 17. Judkins never did go down, but now he is.
Boy, Branch strong on that play or what?
Yeah, just holding on. He's trying to bulldog him down.
Totally.
Neither guy was giving in.
One-on-one tackle. That's a tough tackle. Man versus man on that play right there.
Wrestling match.
Yep.
Look at the yardage total for Ole Miss. Sidearm throw complete. Did he get to the first down? I think he might have. Very close.
Keith doesn't believe, Lane Kiffin doesn't believe that 3 can cover 8 right now. They're going every time.
And a quick snap on 3rd and 1. Judkins alters his course. He got the first down. They're going to give him forward progress to the 5. And then he got thrown down at the end. And no flag. Maybe lucky for Alabama in that case. First and goal at the 5. It was the very end of the play. The whistle had already been blown, and Battle threw Judkins down, but no penalty. Judkins already has one today. Close on that one. Inside the 1.
Up front, nice big hole for that part of the field. That much space, impressive by that offensive line.
Quinshon Judkins in the middle of the pile, still didn't get it.
Backside that time. I think it was Lawson again.
He was on the bottom, and O'Toole was holding on to his helmet to not let him get any closer to that goal line. A.J. Pegues again is checked in.
I'm thinking of Wildcat again with Judkins. They are.
Well, it worked the first time. Yep. Pegues at tight end on one side. Casey Kelly, the tight end, on the other side. And the Wildcat for Quinshon Judkins. Straight ahead. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Second time today he scored.
Right behind Warren Broker, 54 and 64. Straight ahead, good push by Warren that time, the center. Wasn't easy, wasn't pretty, but the turnover, again, produced points.
Cruz in for the point after. Up and good.
2 turnovers has produced 10 points in the first half here.
The last turnover made it a short field, and the Rebels only had to go 51 yards in 7 plays. Judkins from a yard out, and it's 17-7.
Adam Zucker, New York, coming up on the Geico Halftime Report. Houston, BJ and I get you caught up on today's action. Like Penn State's freshman star, Nick Singleton, already with 45-yard touchdown run and now a 27-yard touchdown run. He knows about Quinshon Judkins, too. They're up 21-0 on Talia Tungavaloa in Maryland, guys.
All right, Adam, 17-7 here. I know where I'm going to be tomorrow night. Yellowstone, TV's #1 show, starring Academy Award winner Kevin Costner returns. And this season, power has a price. Catch the Yellowstone 2-hour season premiere tomorrow at 8, only on Paramount Network. Have myself a big old glass of lemonade.
Good TV, I'll tell you that. You love your Cowboys, don't you?
I do. Best show on TV right there. Quinshon's got 15 rushing touchdowns on the year now. Jaden Daniels next in line after LSU with a win today in a tough Fayetteville weather performance, and had to gut it out at the end. Time to test your knowledge here in the second quarter with our trivia question, which is, who was the last freshman to lead the SEC outright in rushing touchdowns? And we just showed you.
I got this one, didn't I?
You did get this one.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of a trick to it.
Hey, you're giving too many clues.
All right.
I wanted to be the only one to get it. So down 10. Alabama was here before. They were down, 18 to Tennessee. Came back and could have won that game. But Ole Miss has been here, too. They were up 17-3 and lost to LSU. So both teams looking at that scoreboard.
Alabama's got all their timeouts remaining. Again, Jahmyr Gibbs, not even a yard gained on that one.
Just no help for this Alabama passing game in the run game.
This Rebels defense has made some adjustments in their week off. They're playing much better in this first half anyway. Quarterback numbers comparable. Bryce Young, plenty of time. Comes back to his safety valve, Jahmyr Gibbs on the near sideline. He gets a few, but it's still going to be third down.
3-man rush, 8-man drop, playing a zone. You see it right in front of you. They bring the 4th linebacker by mistake, but nobody open back there all day to throw. Nothing open.
Third down at 5. Roydell Williams in the backfield for Alabama. He's been their short yardage guy. Three wideouts and Latu in the slot.
This guy's coming.
Yes, he is. He didn't get there, neither did Johnson, and now everybody gets there. Sack back at the 30. Shane Young.
That was the 4th rusher. It was pretty easy because there was 3 defenders and only 1 receiver that side of the field. Comes in, plenty of time, nowhere to go. Dodge 1, but not 2.
He's the guy that Gary said was coming, and he's the guy that ends up with half the sack. Nice punt. Fair catch taken back at the 15-yard line by Jonathan Mingo. So 2:53 until halftime, and coming up on the Geico Halftime Report, Adam, BJ, and Houston will break down the first half and bring you highlights from around the country on the Geico Halftime Report.
Well, can that Alabama defense now get a stop here? Remember, they're going to get the ball to start the second half. A quick stop here could get them right back in the ball game.
Mingo and Heath both to the right side, the wide receivers. They've had trouble covering Malik Heath today. This is going to be a toss sweep that way to Zach Evans. And Evans, the ball came out at the very end.
And it's like,
and they whistle it dead.
Boy, he took a big one there. I'll tell you, he was accelerating into that tackle.
And To'o put a shoulder into him, and then he cartwheeled backwards. And the ball, I don't know.
Boy, that could have been out, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Because he landed on the back of, was it Toa?
Review.
Did his left shoulder come down?
Couldn't tell.
Either could I. Not on that one. Let's see. No, that ball's loose.
Not To'o, and the ball's
Oh, that ball's loose. And the whistle actually saved a touchdown in this play, because that would have been a touchdown.
Gene Steratore is our rules man in New York. Gino, what are you seeing?
I'm seeing that ball comes loose before that left shoulder hits the ground, as you guys said. Fellas, it looks like he lands completely on a defensive player, and that ball's loose before any body part hits the ground, in my opinion.
Now, what do they do? Okay, we're going to go back and see if we can hear a whistle.
Doesn't matter if there's a whistle, though, because he's called down. It's coming back. They cannot advance it. It'll be Alabama's ball on the 3-yard line.
There you see it was Byron Young that his body was basically on. To'o was trying to make the tackle.
Now,
should be right about there, right?
You're exactly right, Gary. And the immediate continuing action after that play would be ruled dead either by whistle or anything else. In the immediate continuing action, if you have a change of possession or a repossession there where Alabama possesses the football, they'll retain possession but will not get an advancement after that possession.
Tough break for Alabama, but it looked like he landed on the ground. He just landed on an Alabama player. Ball's loose right there.
Terry Arnold is the guy that scoops it.
That's the way I see it, at least.
Yep, and Gene does. And we'll see if Stan Murray, a replay official, sees it the same way. So you were talking about Alabama, if they get a stop.
Yep.
Well, that's a stop for sure, and it's going to put them in first down territory at the, right now they have it marked at the 21. It looked more like the 23 to us, but either way, Alabama will take it if that's going to be the call. And we're about to find out.
After review, the player lost possession of the ball before his body touched down. It was recovered by the defense at the 23-yard line. It'll be first down Alabama at that spot.
So that is the call, and a break now for Alabama to try to cut into this 10-point lead before halftime.
So Ole Miss 10 points off 2 turnovers. Now Alabama has their shot. And remember again, they get the ball in the second half. Now it's not about establishing anything. Don't care about, if we run it, fine. But this isn't about establishing. This is about scoring.
Right. Plenty of time to do it, and all timeouts at their disposal. Jace McClellan in the backfield with Bryce Young. Isaiah Bond in motion, and it's McClellan, and he blasts off the left side. Nice gain. Got it down inside the 20, around the 17.
Javion Cohen that time with the block. Left guard.
Second down and 4 as we approach the 2-minute mark. McClellan again. Not going to get much, if anything. Nice job by Prince. Deontay Prince, the open field tackle.
DeAndre Prince, number 7, their best corner cover, coming up and playing some strong run defense.
Third down and 4. Need to get to the 13-yard line. Crowd trying to help out their defense. Young does what Bryce Young does. Gets out of that pocket and gets all the way to the 3-yard line.
Ole Miss has been consistent, showing 3, rushing 4. Wow, look at how big of a hole that was for him to take and go inside.
And now they go a little bit of tempo here. First and goal at the 3. McClellan back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nice job by Sistrunk defensively to bring him down there.
Looked like Tyler Steen got a little bit of a stinger that time. Came up real slow, left tackle.
Slow to get back to that side of the line as well. Three receivers in a bunch to Bryce Young's right. He looks the other way, throws the other way, incomplete, intended for Ja'Cory Brooks. It's third and goal.
Seemed like they were a little too complacent for me right there. It's going to be a little bit, if they don't score, they might have to take the field goal here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
On that last play.
From our AT&T 5G pylon cam. Got it in the direction of number 7.
I was watching Coach Saban. He was kind of like trying to get him to hurry up on the play. Well, a quick 6 here solves that problem.
Yeah,
we'll see.
12 seconds in the half. JoJo Earl will be in motion and now set up on the right. Bryce Young.
Yeah, now a penalty. Delay a game.
Now they're going to only have time for maybe 2 plays.
Delay a game on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
There's the play clock expiring.
Yep, very easy. Plenty of time for the back judge to look at the clock and look at the football and see it's still on the ground.
So third down and goal, but now the line of scrimmage is back at the 8. You look behind Young and McClellan. Young over the middle, touchdown, Latu.
What a route by Latu. Right at the goal line, he gives a little shake and then goes inside. Watch Latu right here. Come to the line to give a little shake and then go. Watch. Shake outside. Beats him inside. Great patience. Good throw. What did he see? What did he see? Just enough.
So Cameron Latu, his third touchdown catch of the year, comes with 8 seconds remaining in the quarter. And not only did they get the stop and the football on the fumble recovery, they cut the lead to 3. CBS Sports embraces authentic stories. Share yours at #MyNativeStory. 8 seconds remaining in the half. Alabama, after the fumble recovery, just had to go 23 yards in 6 plays, and that guy threw his 21st touchdown pass of the year to his tight end to make it a 3-point game. Reichard to kick off. That's Jalen Robinson waiting on it. Back around the 5-yard line. He will take it a yard deep. And bring it out with 4 seconds remaining in the half. A couple of minutes ago, we asked you the Aflac trivia question, which was...
Aflac.
Who's the last freshman to lead the SEC outright in rushing touchdowns? There's a little bit of a twist. Not a running back, but Gary got this one right yesterday. Johnny Manziel. Texas A&M had over 1,000 yards rushing that year, right?
Led the league in rushing that year. Look at the rushing touchdowns. So I think Lane Kiffin's thinking he's got to be sick. His defense held Alabama's explosive offense to under 120 yards.
Only have a 3-point lead.
You got it.
Judkins will add to his stats a little bit with an 8-yard gain to end the half. Alabama with a couple of key plays. That one, the fumble at the 23-yard line, picked up by Terry and Arnold. And Bryce Young can turn those into points in a hurry, and he goes to his tight end right before the end of the second quarter to make it a 17-14 game. So 2 touchdown passes in the first half for the Heisman Trophy winner from a year ago. Jenny Dell with Lane Kiffin.
Coach, you know more than anyone you are never safe against Alabama, so how do you close this one out?
Well, yeah, you're certainly never safe when it's Bryce Young. So to hand him the ball like that obviously was a big mistake on our part. We've done a good job running the ball at times and then gave him the turnover, and their inability to run the ball at all has helped us.
Thanks very much, Coach.
All right, thanks.
End of the first half. 17-14. Number 11 leads number 9 as we send you to Adam Zucker in our New York studio for the Geico halftime report.
All right, thanks, Ness. And coming up on the Geico halftime report, we'll show you how LSU went into Fayetteville and remained the team to beat in the SEC West after this word from your local station.
Home Depot SEC on CBS heads into the second half. In Oxford, Mississippi. Moment for Bryce Young down in the end zone before he takes the field. We welcome you back to the booth, everybody. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson. Ole Miss, I think, would like to have that last couple minutes of the second quarter back.
Yeah.
But, you know, 3-point lead, they'd probably take that, too, anytime.
Good news and bad news, though, for Ole Miss, okay? They're 21-1. Lane Kiffin is leading at halftime. The bad news, the last game we did was LSU. That's the one. So, you know, here we go. We're going to have to finish off Bama. They're going to be coming out strong. The point Lane made, though, they're stopping the run. He said, that's what's keeping us in the game. We are stopping the Alabama run game.
Alabama's been on the short end of the turnover battle most of the year, and though they gained one there late in the second quarter, they're still minus in that category, but that turnover sure helped them to get that late touchdown, and now they get the football to start the third quarter as well. And they will work it from the 25-yard line. First half trends in that game. Judkins, 61 yards, couple of touchdowns, 15 now on the season, both short yardage ones. Bryce Young started off kind of cold and finished 7 out of 8, including a couple of touchdown throws. And the offensive production, it's been Ole Miss by a bunch, but scoreboard doesn't really reflect it that much. Only a 3-point difference. So here we go, second half. NFC West. LSU's already won today. If you missed it, they beat Arkansas. Ole Miss needs to hold on to this lead, win out, and hope that Texas A&M could give them some help on Thanksgiving weekend against LSU if they're to make it to Atlanta. Young comes up throwing on first down. Out to Burton. And he hand fights his way for about 13 and a first down. Let's check in with Jenny.
Yeah, Coach Saban just told me that they need to do simple better. They need to play better. They need to tackle better. He stressed fundamental execution, limiting those mental mistakes that they had in the first half. So, guys, he was positive when he came off that field.
Yeah, that's been the problem all year.
Yep, very easy. Every time we talk to him, he's been saying the same thing.
Yep. Here's Jace McClellan. And maybe got a tough yard out of that. Out to the 40. Second down and 9.
Good to see Cedric Johnson, if you're an Ole Miss fan, back in the football game. Nicked earlier.
Yep. Chase McClellan has been most of the running back core for. Here comes your guy, and he got away. That might be a lateral. At any rate, it's completed out there. And it's Ja'Cory Brooks down the sideline, all the way to the 25.
I think you're right. I think this will go down as rushing yards for Alabama. Cedric Johnson could have had the sack on anybody but number 9. As Lane says, he puts the cape on occasionally.
Yeah, exactly. And then a 35-yard run and catch, or catch and run, whichever way you want to look at it, down to the 25 just that quickly. McClellan tried to sidestep the tacklers and did for about 3, maybe 4. So Jahmyr Gibbs, who was such a big weapon in some of the other games we've done this year, has been a non-factor today. McClellan's getting most of the work. And now it's Roydell Williams in there.
Roydell Williams, who gave him a lot of short yardage running help last week, a bigger back.
Got him a couple of touchdowns in short yardage. Here at 2nd down and 6 from the 21. Opening drive, 3rd quarter. Isaiah Bond, a little bit of movement from the outside. Young's looking the other way to the corner. Incomplete, intended for Burton. And that one wasn't close.
Yeah, this was an attempt at a back shoulder throw that just wasn't far enough. Hitch and go, good coverage. Try to turn into a hitch and go and hitch. Didn't work.
So a big 3rd down here for the Rebels defense. 3 out of 7 on the day for the Tide.
And on 3rd down, it's been all 4-man rush. Will they come with anything else but 4?
Play clock down to 3.
Same guy's coming.
You're correct. Young over the middle, short, incomplete. 4th down. Intended for Roydell Williams out of the backfield.
Picked up well by Alabama. Throw just a little bit off target. That's that communication on those short routes. Quarterback's throwing it to a spot. Receivers stopped in a different spot. Looks bad.
And Will Reichard will come in on 4th down. 16 out of 20 on the year for Reichard. This will be a 39-yard attempt. He's the all-time leader in points scored for Alabama, and he just added 3 more. So the opening drive of the 3rd quarter stalls a little bit, but still nets the Tide 3. Monday on CBS, grab your gear and join the NCIS team to help investigate the attempted murder of one of their own. A new episode of NCIS Monday at 9, 8 Central on CBS. I like that team right there.
Yeah, the team on the right. We'll be seeing them a little later. Army, Navy in, what, 5 weeks?
Yep.
4 weeks?
Veterans Day yesterday. We thank all of you that have served or are currently, including that group down on the sideline.
We're using this weather to get ready for that game, by the way.
Yes, we are. It's a little chilly here in Oxford. Kick. Fair caught. As we take a look at the Dr. Pepper SEC standings right now, LSU on top in the West. Ole Miss right on their tail, but need this win over Alabama. Georgia playing Mississippi State tonight can clinch the East, correct?
Yeah. Yes. And if Ole Miss does not win, LSU will clinch the West.
There you go. And then we'd have our matchup for the first weekend of December in Atlanta. But we still got a lot of football left here. Jackson Dart, 8 out of 15, 113 yards. He's had some good gains on the ground. Here's the toss to Judkins. Broke 1 tackle. Knocked out at the 30.
So this Ole Miss offense got out roaring. Ran the ball for 89 yards in the 1st quarter, but only 35 yards in the 2nd quarter. The Alabama defense has gotten, as you said, a little more comfortable with that tempo.
They're going to try the same play. See if they get the same result. They'll get a 1st down out of it. Byron Young and DeMarco Helms over there to make the stop, but not before Quinshawn moves the chains. And they go quickly now, and they'll snap it with a 1st down at their own 36. He'll keep it now. Flags fly in. Probably going to have a holding call that will negate that run by the quarterback.
Micah Pettis turned around and looked right at the official and said, really?
Holding on the offense, number 57.
Yep,
10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
He was just staring at him like, really?
Didn't do him any good, did it?
Right in front of you, right there. He's got a jersey, no doubt about it. See the stretch of the jersey on Otis. It's right there. Don't stare at me. You're held, right?
So that backs it up to 1st and 20. Quick throw is batted down by Byron Young. Of course, when Ole Miss and Alabama get together, it's two guys that work together and now coaching against each other. Yep. It's always theatrics, especially with Lane Kiffin. There's his son Knox, who came in to say hi to Coach Saban in the pregame.
Yeah, a lot of water over and under the bridge with those two guys, right?
Well put, my friend. 2nd down at 20. Dart steps up, climbs the pocket, there's it out long, and he's got his man. And it's Malik Heath again. Heath's been his main target today.
Set up in the slot. I thought Helms had a chance to go for the ball. Just a little late. The ball was hanging. Moody in pursuit, but that's a tough matchup, that inside linebacker. That's the formation used that Lane uses to get those receivers matched up on linebackers.
32-yard pass play to the 37. And now Alabama changes up their personnel. Had an opportunity to get some fresh defensive linemen in. To'o makes the play in the backfield on Judkins.
Heath goes right down the seam. Gets his matchup he wants. Ball's in the air. I thought Helms had a chance. Didn't get there in time. Heath comes to the sideline and goes, I'd like those stop routes on the outside a little better.
Exactly. Dart in trouble. Down he goes, and it's Will Anderson. So tack on another sack for the All-American.
Left side outside. Oh, nice stunt inside, isn't it? Beautiful job that time. Lines up outside. Stunt. They work out on every day. Cuts inside that time of Oates. And I think it was Dale, 94, that he cut inside of.
Loss of 7 on the sack. Makes it 3rd down and 18. They've got to get all the way down to the 27-yard line for a 1st down. Dart, here comes Dallas Turner. Oh, a wicked face mask. It'll be a 1st down, and we hope Dart's okay. And Turner immediately looked at him as if to say, I did not mean to do that.
Face mask on the defense, number 15. 15-yard penalty, so 1st down.
Dallas Turner's coming in as fast as he can. He reaches out his arm, and as Jackson ducks, that's exactly what Turner catches. Watch the duck. Oh, man, is that nasty.
It's a bad one.
Jeez.
Helmet comes off and everything. So after Will Anderson, the other outside guy, picks up a sack, Dallas Turner picks up the penalty.
Boy, reaction from everybody. Dallas Turner goes, oh my God, I didn't mean that. Will Anderson the same way, has his hands on his head. Like, my goodness.
I'm just glad Jackson Dart's okay.
Yes.
1st down at the 30. And he comes up firing out to Heath. And he's got another 1st down. And Terrion Arnold's the guy they're picking on again.
You got to figure that Lane knew he had that in his pocket when he needed it.
So the Rebels are back in the red zone. 1st down at the 19. The toss to Judkins. Judkins with a head of steam has got 9 more.
This has to be, what, 5th or 6th time they've run this quick pitch from shotgun to get Judkins on the edge.
So 2nd and short coming up. Really mixing it up nicely on this drive.
You got a play to burn here if you're calling plays for Ole Miss. Remember, if you get a first down, those are 9 tough yards. If you get a short first down here, might be a chance to get one into the end zone.
Judkins, first down.
So first and goal from 7 or 8?
Yep. Judkins 2 short touchdown runs today. Malik Heath, 6 catches for 123 yards. And we're approaching the midway point of the third quarter. 4 red zone trips, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Throw out in the flat is to Mingo. He's inside the 5. Terry and Arnold again had to make the tackle.
So Mingo's averaging 22 yards a catch, but in this game he's been fairly quiet against that Bama defense.
Heath's been the noisy one.
Yes.
Again, Alabama changes up its personnel. Second down and goal for the Rebels at the 3-yard line.
Tight end in the game, Kelly.
Quick slant, Mingo, touchdown.
Two receivers are going to go out quickly right behind him. Ball caught behind the line of scrimmage, so you can block downfield.
Well-designed play and well executed right there. And a good use of 5 minutes for Ole Miss.
That personal foul on 3rd and, 18 was it? That kept the drive alive.
Dallas Turner penalty on the face mask. That's what kept the drive alive right there. And then they cap it off on an 11-play march and 75 yards, 5 minutes, 3-yard touchdown, Mingo. 7-point lead, Ole Miss. The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by AT&T, State Farm, Buffalo Wild Wings, and by Mercedes-Benz. You didn't see Jenny's story earlier. There was her dismount. She was part of could be the play of the game later.
Yes, it could.
Jersey Mike Subs. It's coming up later. Well, the sideline erupts over there for the Rebels. They're up a touchdown now, courtesy of Jonathan Mingo. Jonathan Cruz to kick. Tell you what, the cold hasn't prevented anybody in Vaught Hemingway Stadium from having a good time. And they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. Let's take a look at the GMC game changer. Quinshon Judkins, state football championship in Alabama, and wasn't really recruited by the local schools, Alabama or Auburn, but Lane Kiffin was there. Right. And today it's paying off as the top freshman running back in the country has bowled his way for a couple of touchdowns.
82 yards rushing, but you know, that's one of those guys that gets overlooked. Alabama can't take everybody.
That's right.
And Lane did a good job sitting out there in the cold watching the guy.
I wish I had his hoodie right now.
Yeah.
First down at the 25. Jace McClellan in the backfield with Bryce Young, who's set to throw on first down. Fires into some coverage, incomplete, intended for Ja'Cory Brooks.
Ja'Cory, he slipped on that play. The ball was thrown right where he wanted it. Watch Brooks at the end of this route slip. You got to depend on your guy. He falls down, and that's why it looked so bad.
Yep. Young directing traffic in the Alabama backfield on 2nd and 10. Quick throw to the outside's complete. Law on the catch. Ken Law. Big third down as the sun's going down. Third and 3. Just a 3-man rush. Quick throw. And the same guy, and it's a first down. Kendrick Law.
Ness, that Alabama and Bill O'Brien is spreading the ball around, throwing it. Brooks has caught 2. Latu 3. Burton 3. Everybody up and down now. Ole Miss has to cover the whole field.
Now they'll try the run. McClellan spins for a yard and a half, maybe 2. Jenny.
Injury update on the Ole Miss offense. Wide receiver Jordan Watkins is back. He went down in that first half with that left ankle injury. But some big news, running back Zach Evans, who was dealing with a knee injury he suffered earlier this year. He is out for the game, guys.
Wow, they just got him back, too. And
I wonder if it was on that fumble.
Maybe.
Yes, I really thought he got dazed on that hit.
Roydale Williams will flush out of the Alabama backfield on 2nd down and 9. So an empty set for Bryce Young here.
Corner goes with the running back. Bryce knows it's zone coverage.
Down the middle, complete again. First down, Ja'Cory Brooks.
This guy is good, I'll tell you.
He's got a nice arm, huh?
You know, everybody, now, obviously, you play to win these games. You don't play for a Heisman Trophy, but you might pick an argument. Without those 2 plays, Bryce would still be the leading candidate for the Heisman. He's been just out of this world playing this year.
Where would they be without him? Let's put it that way. Roydale Williams, that's one of the best runs of the day for Alabama. Picked up 8. There's the numbers on Bryce Young today. Touchdowns number 20 and 21. Roydale again. He's got the first down. So a little bit of groundwork paying off here for Alabama.
He's kind of like that Brian Robinson size, right? Give him a little heft from the running back position.
Got 2 Ole Miss defenders down after that collision right there. And there's the 2 guys that were in on the stop. We'll check on them. Just under 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Ole Miss by 7. (24-17) Ole Miss. Again, a look at the end of that last play, and Jamon Gordon and K.D. Hill get tangled up helping to try to make the tackle, and both of them, I'm not sure the medical tent's big enough to put both of them in there right now, but they're both heading that way.
That's the good point.
Tonight, 7 Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Catch some Mountain West action. Wyoming seeks their 4th straight win against their rival Colorado State. That's followed by Boise State trying to keep their perfect conference record intact against Nevada.
Interesting point for Ole Miss. They rotate about 5 guys in the defensive tackle and nose tackle, and they just lost 2 of them.
Yeah.
So now they're down to just their 3.
And those 3 are right there. On a 1st and 10, Alabama at the Ole Miss 32. Latu, the tight end, sets up in the backfield with Young, and now flares out in the flat, and Young's going to throw it to him. Trying to make a man miss and dead. Cameron Latu, oh, and a shoulder to get the extra yard at the end. Hello. Latu's had a big game today.
Yeah, his flag on the play. I don't know what's going on, but he makes one guy miss, and then he makes one guy pay for trying to tackle him. But it's coming back. Called on Latham.
So that negates the first down toss.
I think Latham's right here. Let's see what happens. Does he get out of inside? It's a stun inside, and he grabs him on his shoulder and turns him. Good call.
Goes back up to 1st and 20.
Get your read by sending your running back out there. You know, because the corner bumps out, they're going to play zone coverage on you.
Young sidearms it. I don't know how he got that much on that pass, being in the air as well, but he got it to Kendrick Law.
Yeah, this is his point guard skills right here, isn't it? We've seen a lot of great ones that do this throughout college football, and for the last 15 years, nobody does it better than this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, there have been a lot of good ones, but he is amazing moving out of that pocket.
Just moved past Tua on the passing yardage list, and they got half of that penalty yardage back. And now Jace McClellan running tough, and he's going to get a first down. Finally, the running game, and most of that was number 2.
Very impressive. Just an inside zone. Then the Ole Miss defenders start to try to rip the ball off. 2 hands wrapped on it by McClellan, and at the same time, he gets the first down.
Great leg work, backpedaling to the 20. They'll give it to him again. McClellan, 5 more, maybe 6.
Emil Ekiyor, 55 this time. Right guard is going to pull out. Watch it. And man on the line of scrimmage keeps working. Keep your legs going. He does.
So they spot it at the 13-yard line.
Nice balance on this drive by Bama. 10 plays, 5 run, 5 pass.
And we got an Alabama lineman down. Ekiyor, I think. So we'll check on him, and it'll be a 2nd down and 4 for Alabama when we come back.
Adam Zucker in New York with this Jeep update. Former Ole Miss Rebel John Rice Plumlee leading Gus Malzahn's squad against the Americans' top defense. He's got 3 total touchdowns, a $171 on the ground. They lead 31-14 on the road. Ness?
Thanks, Zuck. Here, 24-17. Alabama back in the red zone, trying to tie things up here late in the 3rd quarter. At the Rebel 13. Quick throw, complete. It'll be 1st and goal at the 6. Kobe Prentice with the short toss.
Yes, this is Bama's 4th trip into the red zone. So far, they've got 2 touchdowns and a field goal. The first 5 games of the year, they were very efficient. 80% touchdowns. The last 4, just 47%.
They need one here. McClellan to the 5. Maybe the 4.
Just a little less efficient, and, against the Tennessee and LSU, ends up costing you.
Right. And, of course, both those games were down to the last play. Yep.
Katie Hill back in the game.
So is Ekiyor for Alabama. So 2 guys that spent at least a couple of plays on the sideline back in there. Bryce Young going to throw that one into the stands.
Yeah, he felt that pass rush. He couldn't wait any longer. Didn't want to take a sack. Good pressure. A good called a hurry. It's not a sack, but it's a hurry.
He took one in the chest, too, when he let go of that. Maybe higher than the chest, in fact. But they held him up. 14th play of the drive coming up. 3rd down to go. Law comes in tight on the right side. Young's looking that way. Throws late, got it. Brooks for the touchdown.
Man,
that little fake he put on out there just to buy himself an extra half second, huh?
I thought he was going to make that fake to run, but he's so composed, getting out of the pocket. Now he's outside. Now he's got that tackler coming up. Watch, a little fake, and then finds him, delivers.
Wow.
Kind of like a Joe Montana strike right there, right?
Yep.
On the run, over the defender. That was not an easy throw.
No Dwight Clark. It was Ja'Cory Brooks.
Doesn't matter. 7 points.
And the extra 7th point is good to tie us again. 1:23 remaining 3rd quarter. Last year's Heisman Trophy winner playing like it again today. His third touchdown pass. We're dead even. It's a game of honor, and as Gary said a little while ago, we're proud to bring it to you every year. Philadelphia will be the setting for the annual Army-Navy game presented by USAA, Saturday, December 10th, right here on CBS. So a 75-yard drive in 14 plays, a little over 6 minutes for Bryce Young to hook up on his third touchdown toss of the day to Ja'Cory Brooks, number 7, and we're even at 24. Fair catch. Ole Miss comes out to the 25. I'll show you the end of the touchdown and a couple of shenanigans
one more thing why I said, Ness, that it was not an easy throw. See number 13 right there. There's the receiver. And he's got to get him over here, but he's got to loop it, Bryce Young does. If he throws it dead on, Darius is going to get that pick, Tennyson. Then there's a little shenanigans. And nothing called.
Each guy got one in.
Yes.
The official said, okay, you each got one in. Let's not throw a flag. First down, Rebels. Jordan Watkins back in here, as Jenny told you, in the slot. And Jackson Dart running that way. Diving forward, might have a first down, and a flag flies in. Here's a call.
Holding on the offense, number 11. 10-yard penalty for the spot of foul. Replay first down.
That was Jordan Watkins, who I said Jackson Dart was running that way, and he was holding that way. College football playoff. Here's how it looks so far.
Yeah, I think pretty much the 4 teams on top don't need any help from anybody. If they win out, they are obviously in. Georgia, if they wins out, even if they might lose in the SEC championship, probably in. Everybody else kind of needs something to go well for them.
Right now, Ole Miss needs to win this game to have any possibility, because LSU's already been victorious earlier today.
Which, by the way, there was a slight chance Alabama would crawl in, but that's gone now for this Alabama team.
Quick throw out to Mingo. That got nothing except mouthpiece popping out of somebody's helmet. Kool-Aid McKinstry made the hit.
McKinstry, who's had such a great year, he hasn't had a chance to return a punt in 5 games, I think it is. But
he was dynamic on that at the beginning of the year.
Now everybody's just pooching him high against him.
Third down at 11. Ole Miss wants to stay on the field here offensively in the final 10 seconds of the quarter.
No, just going to wait till the 4th quarter.
We're going to switch ends. And we've got 15 more to play in regulation. Tie game at the end of 3 between Lane Kiffin and Nick Saban and the Tide and the Rebels. 4th quarter coming up. Don't go away. We open the 4th quarter with Ole Miss with a 3rd down and 11 at their own 24-yard line.
And I wonder if Ole Miss will go back to Malik Heath on Arnold. 8 on 3. They're lining up that way. Let's see if they go back there.
That's the top of your screen. Dart looking to run for it. He's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage by Byron Young. And it's a punting situation for the Rebels.
Different look that time from this Alabama defense. Good changeup. They went combo coverage, not bump and run. Played a deep zone. No man-to-man.
This will only be the 5th punt of the game coming up.
as Alabama gets the ball back, you know who we didn't see in the third quarter at all?
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs. Not one play.
Mazin to punt. Kool-Aid McKinstry is back deep. But as Gary said, everybody's been trying to keep it out of his hands, and that one didn't go very far to get in anybody's hands.
Not at all.
It's going to be at about the 49-yard line, I think. So a terrible punt. Jenny, we've been talking about Jahmyr Gibbs not playing the third quarter.
Yeah, he hasn't been on the field at all in the second half. He's been patiently waiting on the sidelines with his helmet on. I asked Alabama personnel and was told that he is healthy and available. So questions around that, guys.
We'll see. It's been mostly Jace McClellan and some Roydell Williams mixed in. But now Alabama, great field position after only a 25-yard punt. They're in Rebel territory.
And Jamon Gordon, number 97, is back in the game. So both of the injured Ole Miss defensive linemen are back in the game.
Burton in motion. Bryce Young going to flare it out there. He had to wait on it to get the catch, but does make it, and he's still going. Jermaine Burton going to get a first down out of that, I think.
Pretty impressive. Short throw, safe throw, big game. You know, entering this fourth quarter, as you're watching this run by Burton right here, you would have told Lane Kiffin tie game. I think he'd be happy right now. Okay.
Burton about a yard shy of that first down, and now back to McClellan. He's got the first. He's got more with a stiff arm and out of bounds.
And I think if you looked at Nick Saban, you'd say, you happy? And he said, well, at least we're not beating ourselves with penalties.
Right.
And now if they could get this running game going like this, Bama is really tough to stop.
First down at the 29. 17 points out of the last 3 drives, and looking for more here. McClellan burst through and almost got 10 more. And now he's getting lathered up.
All right, so that Alabama offensive line, and there is the true freshman Tyler Booker, number 52. They run right behind him.
Alabama striking a band on this drive on the ground with McClellan. Got 9, 2nd and 1. They're back at the edge of the red zone. Little delay. McClellan off the left side to the 10 and out of bounds at the 8. It's 1st and goal.
Emil Ekiyor, 55, gets a decleater on this one. Watch Big 55 come across and get the decleater on the edge run.
Oh, wow. Took Otis Reese completely out of the play. 1st and goal at the 8. McClellan, they'll keep trying it until Ole Miss can stop it. He got to the 5.
One more look at that last play when poor Otis Reese said, uh-oh, I've got this guy coming right at me, and he's a big one.
There's your pancake, and there's your syrup. 2nd and goal at the 5.
Oh. Late little fall down here. Remember, Lane Kiffin was so upset against Texas A&M with what he perceived as trying to slow it down with injuries.
Jared Ivey holding on to his hamstring.
Yeah, he was looking over at the bench, and all of a sudden he pulled that hamstring as he was looking over at the bench.
Now we'll take a break. 2nd down and goal, Alabama, when we get back.
Get your popcorn ready.
As Ole Miss and Alabama about to play the SEC West Clash. Are you ready for the football? Judkins tries the left side. He's hit hard. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
And they'll throw the slant. Catch is made. Touchdown, Alabama.
Touchdown, and it's a new Ole Miss record.
Young over the middle. Touchdown, Latu. A look at our IHG Hotels and Resorts game recap. Big lead for Ole Miss early. Judkins a couple of rushing touchdowns, and then Bryce Young started to become Bryce Young. And Alabama has rallied to even the score. Now they got a chance, partner, to get in front for the first time.
Yeah, I think their defense got it going for them. They felt it, and now Alabama's running the ball. They got 99 yards. That seems not great, but they only had 4 at the end of the first quarter, so they're starting to establish the running game. Teeing it off from Bryce is great.
You don't want to give Bryce Young and the Alabama offense a short field. That punt that only traveled 25 yards didn't help, and then since then, it's been pretty much Chase McClellan to get him down here. McClellan, 35 yards on this drive on 4 carries. And he's in there right now with Bryce Young on 2nd down and goal. They have a few words. Bryce to the corner. Incomplete, intended for Jermaine Burton.
Inside fade. You switch your receivers. Have plenty of field. Watch. Braun comes in. Ball a little thrown behind that time. Misjudged a little bit the angle that Burton was going to go on.
Big 3rd down.
Big 3rd down.
Roydell Williams in the Alabama backfield. JoJo Earl is the motion man.
This is where Bryce Young's dangerous running the ball.
And he's going to call a timeout. Didn't like the looks of something. Didn't want to waste an opportunity with 11.5 minutes to play and a chance to take the lead. The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Novartis, Grand Wagoneer, Goodyear, and by Progressive. The lights of Von Hemingway Stadium in Oxford. Today's aerial coverage, including these unique drone shots, brought to you by Goodyear. 3rd down and goal. Biggest play of the game so far for both teams.
Look at how Alabama hides their formation. They keep their receivers back in a little huddle, little sugar huddle, and then they'll attack the line of scrimmage and go from there.
And here they come out. 3 receivers to the near side.
Not a lot of blitzing on Bryce Young. They brought 4 almost every time. Might this be the time they come after him?
Young, quick throw, knocked down, intended for Latu.
Same play as the touchdown.
Miles battled, broke it up.
Same exact play.
Here comes a field goal unit.
Going to come off, do a little shake. This time, not enough fake.
Nice defensive job there by the Rebels for the goal line stand to force a field goal. This will be about a 23-yarder for Will Reichard. He's 1 for 1 today. Reichard for the lead. Alabama's got it for the first time today. 27-24. 11:19 remaining, 4th quarter. CBS Tuesday, the hit series FBI is back. New case, new clues, new episode. Missy Peregrine returns in a new FBI. Tuesday, 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Bryce Young has done some Bryce Young type things today, Gare.
Yeah, people have been watching him do this for 2 years, and that was actually called a pass, even though it looked to me like a lateral, but he made the play early, and this one is just beautiful. When does he finally see Brooks come across, and he had to still throw it over the outreached hands, and that was a great play.
First lead of the day. After trailing by 10 twice. Reichard, who broke the 24-24 tie with a field goal with the kickoff. And Ole Miss Miss will bring it out to the 25 with 11:19 remaining in the game. Invesco brings you today's Scholar Athletes. Bryce Young from Alabama and Tavius Robinson from Ole Miss. Invesco proud to support student athletes on and off the field with a donation of $1,000 to both Alabama and Ole Miss General Scholarship Funds.
The story for this Alabama defense is they've been shutting down the Ole Miss running game ever since the first quarter. 89 yards in the first quarter, 35 yards in the second quarter, and just 22 yards in the third quarter. Can Ole Miss win it without being able to run the ball?
They're going to try to run it right here, and Judkins is met immediately and dropped by Brian Branch for a loss of about 5. Talk about a nice defensive play by number 14.
Well,
wow.
They've run this play, 8 times, and this time Branch said, I've seen enough of this one.
So that backs it up to second down at 15. And they'll keep trying to pound it, and Judkins got 4.
Again, I don't know if this Ole Miss offense, pass offense, is good enough to do it without the running attack attached to it.
14 straight home wins.
Just don't know if they can pass protect well enough.
Alabama's got one too many guys on the field, but they got him off in time. It's Tim Smith. And now Jackson Dart's going to try a quarterback run, and they'll bury him.
Yep.
Byron Young and Dallas Turner are there.
So they're the least sacked team in the SEC, but they don't ask their offensive line to pass block a lot like this. And against this front, with Turner and Robbins and Anderson on his outside, it's Young fist time on the stunt. No running game, no passing game.
And only about a minute and 20 seconds off the clock. So that was not a drive. That went the wrong direction. And they're going to have to kick, and they don't want a 25-yard punt here, I can tell you that. Massin, his last punt was not very good. This one isn't terribly effective either. McKinstry makes a fair catch at the 41. So again, good field position for Alabama. They have the lead, and they've got the ball back when we come back.
Adam Zucker with this update. It snowed in Ann Arbor today, but luckily Michigan's Ronnie Bell just had his car winterized. The brakes work. Stays in bounds. Power steering. Yep. New spark plugs. Oh, but the gloves. He needs new driving gloves. Luckily, he got some help. Andrell Anthony falls on it. Michigan on top of Nebraska right now, 31-3. Guys?
I like what you did there, Adam Zucker.
Clever.
I like all of those.
Very clever.
Attaboy. 9:38 remaining in regulation here. Alabama with the 3-point lead and the ball from their own 41-yard line.
They've been softening up this Ole Miss defense, running the ball.
Jace McClellan's going to flush out of the backfield. So Young will not have time to throw. He got buried in quickly by Otis Reese.
Yep. Corner blitz this time. Quarterback's got to see it. Coming right off the slot right there, right behind the motion. On block. That's the quarterback's job. Bryce didn't see it and cost him.
Third sack of the year for number 3. So that field position just deteriorated considerably on the sack. Second down and 17.
Looks like a 3-man rush. Will they add a 4th?
McClellan split out as an extra receiver down to the bottom of your screen. Young throws on the run and completes it.
It's just tight. Really hard to give Bryce Young a lot of space, right? I mean, you could put 10 guys back there. You get the feeling he's going to find somebody. Rush 3, gets out of the pocket, and that's when he really hurts you.
Got that one to Ja'Cory Brooks to get it back to a manageable third down.
Was the wide receiver out of bounds? This might be a look right. You see the referee without his hat. Now they got to talk about whether he forced out of bounds.
During the play, the receiver stepped out of bounds. It was the first to touch the pass. That's illegal touching. It'll be lost of down. Third down.
That's a loss of down, too. So that's a big penalty. We haven't had a lot of them today, but that's a bad one.
It must have been just as he turned around, he went out of bounds as he... Yeah, he stepped out, and then he comes back in to catch it. Good call.
Boy.
Catch by that
side judge.
Yes.
Yeah, that wasn't much, but the foot was out.
And you know he didn't want to take his hat off, as cool as it is right there. He got to do it.
Had to. So now they've got to get all the way to the 49-yard line of Ole Miss for a first down. Young has it batted down to the line. Fourth down. Tavius Robinson, I think, got a hand on it.
Sack on first down, step out of bounds on second down, and then big 95, Tavius Robinson can't get there, but his hand does.
Yep. You can't get there, get your paws in the air, and that was right on it.
Now we'll see if this Ole Miss running game can get it going.
Jonathan Mingo can be dangerous if you give him a chance at a punt return, but he's got a fair catch this one from Burnham back at the 22-yard line. 8:14 remaining in the ball game. Next Saturday, 3:30, SEC on CBS features another test for top-ranked Georgia. Bulldogs hit the road to take on Kentucky. We'll get you set for kickoff at 3 Eastern for the State Farm College Football Today with Zook and the guys. Next Saturday, the SEC on CBS.
I wonder if Bill O'Brien would like to have that sequence over, that first down call. Of course, you think your quarterback's going to bail you out on the blitz, but once that sack happened on first down, Bama was stuck throwing the ball.
Now let's see what Ole Miss can come up with 8 minutes and change remaining. They've got all their timeouts, but they trail by 3. Low snap. They fake that toss sweep, and Dart throws the out and got it to Mingo. Out to the 42-yard line. Took a while to get there, but he got it there.
He did. Mingo started out real wide, came into the numbers and the hash, and then bent back out. Beautiful.
First down. Another first down throw coming. He's got to throw this one away.
That same look. They fake the pitch and watch Mingo come in and then cross with the other receiver and then go back out.
Second and 10. Again,
same play.
Making the toss, but then they're going to go to Judkins out there in the flat. And with a head of steam, oh, that steam stopped by Lawson right at midfield. Wow.
Same look. They call it a play-action pass, but really it's just a way to flare the back out to the outside.
They're down at about 1.5 yards. Judkins busts through. He's got a first down. Jordan Battle brought him down. Don't forget, if Ole Miss loses LSU and clinch the SEC West in a trip to Atlanta, Ole Miss beats Alabama, they're still hoping. Judkins leans forward with Lawson on him to get as much as he can. Stretch it out for a couple yards anyway. 7 minutes remaining. Jackson Dart has a look to the sideline. 16 out of 25 for 200 yards today. Loads and fires, trying to go back shoulder, and it's short of the mark intended for Malik.
Really interesting. I wonder if Keith knew this play was coming, because here's the previous play, Ness. I mean, Keith is just out there. He's to the outside. He knows he's got to get the ball. He rests. The next play, come right at him.
Now he's back out there again, and that's 3rd down and 8.
Gotta be 4-down territory.
Dart had it batted down at the line of scrimmage. Might have been Byron Young or DJ Dale.
Yeah, it was one of those two. It was right the same line right there.
I think they both got a piece
it
of it.
could have been both of them.
There's one touch. There's a second. 4th down. Dart in trouble. Down he goes. Dallas Turner's got him. Alabama takes over on downs.
3rd down, 4th down, drop back passing is just not the Ole Miss game. Alabama rushes 3 and they spy, and the spy is able to slow them down.
We said at the beginning of the game, when you start worrying about Will Anderson too much, you sometimes don't remember about number 15. Big sack by Dallas Turner.
Yeah, just a 3-man rush that time.
And that has quieted the crowd here in Oxford.
I don't blame Lane going for that one at all.
McClellan in the backfield. Let's see if Alabama goes back to their ground game to try to chew up some clock here. McClellan got about 3. Otis Reese brought him down. We're going to be under 6 minutes on the next snap.
It's, what do? You want to run the ball, and then you look at it number 9 and going, really, do I really want to take it out of his hands? Tough play calling for Bill O'Brien, what to do.
On 2nd and 7, they do take it out of his hands and give it to McClellan for a gain of 1. Troy Brown made a hit. It's 3rd down.
So either way, last time they throw 3 straight times, and critics go, what are you doing? Now they run twice in a row, and critics are going, what are you doing? Why aren't you giving the ball to number 9?
Amir Gibbs, that's all he's done today. I thought he was going to have to come back in because McClellan was shaken up on that last play, but it's Roydell Williams instead in the Alabama backfield. 3rd down and 6. Young runs out of trouble, heads for the 1st down marker, and takes a seat, and a flag flies in the secondary.
JoJo Earl was pointing, saying he got held on the play.
No foul on the play. 1st down.
So without the ball being thrown, back judge said maybe it was just an illegal hit downfield. But I thought JoJo Earl was being held pretty much the whole way on his route.
So they take the scramble by Bryce Young for the 1st down at the 45. Ole Miss jumped, but so did Alabama.
This one might be on Ole Miss.
I thought they got in the neutral zone.
Yes, and then the reaction by Latham.
Offside on the defense, number 23, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
It is against Ole Miss. They call it on 23. It could have been number 3 also. Both those guys.
And that's what we haven't seen tonight. Those unforced errors before the snap, Alabama hasn't had any.
1st down at 5. This might make it easier to hand it off to McClellan here. And he weaves his way for about 3. Because now it's only 2nd down and 2.
Will Anderson over here on this play. Looks like he hurt his shoulder or something, or arm. On that 3rd down last play.
Jenny?
Hey guys, I'm looking at Will Anderson right now. He's going to go back in. The man looks angry, and he's not going to miss out the end of this game.
He may not have to go back in. It depends on what this guy does in the offense, and it's a 1st down run for McClellan.
Well, you know Nick Saban would love to see his offense take the time right off the clock.
4-minute drive and finish it, right?
I mean, this is what this program was built on. Taking 3 minutes off the clock to put a game away.
But Jace McClellan up to 87 yards on 18 carries. He's been most of the last 2 drives. First down. Approaching 3 minutes. Quick throw, complete. Not the only part about that is Burton's out of bounds. Aerial coverage of today's game brought to you by Goodyear. As you look in Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford. If you just joined us, seesaw battle back and forth. Ole Miss had 2 10-point leads in the first half. Alabama took the lead for the first time on a field goal by Will Reichard to make it 27-24, which is where we are now. But more importantly, Alabama's offense on the field at the Ole Miss 28-yard line. Second down and 4. McClellan with a stiff arm in the backfield, but he's going to lose about 3. Nice job by the defense.
Yeah, and Ole Miss now is going to use their timeouts. Pretty much have to from this point.
So there goes number 1 timeout wise. Third down and 7 Alabama when we come back. Ole Miss down to 2 timeouts now. Alabama with an all-important third down and 7 upcoming.
Oh, yeah, a stop and a field goal try here would be huge again for Ole Miss. A first down here, and Alabama can get the clock under a minute. Huge play in the game.
Ja'Cory Brooks in motion. Young, pressure coming off his back foot. Just throws it up, intended for McClellan. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
First time that Ole Miss came with pressure. Brought 5 right up the middle. No one touched him.
Definitely altered the throw. And now Will Reichard will come out to try a field goal. And it's going to be from about 49 yards. His long this year was 52 against Texas. To try to tack on 3 more. Will Reichard, all-time leading point getter at Alabama's, got 3 more. Big field goal, but still, it's only a 6-point game. .223 left. Alabama went on a 28-yard drive, 9 plays, little pieces here and there. Used 4 minutes off the clock. Got a 49-yard field goal from Reichard.
It did, but it was mission accomplished by this Ole Miss defense. They got the ball back. Timeouts aren't as valuable in college ball as they are in the NFL. Plenty of time.
Jalen Robinson will let this one go. And now it's on the shoulders of the Ole Miss offense as they'll bring it out to the 25. And a reminder for you, still to come, the college football postgame show presented by Rocket Mortgage. Stay tuned. Adam, BJ, and Houston bring you the best highlights from around the country. And they'll look back on this one, which has been everything we could have hoped for.
Yep. And right now, Lane Kiffin has everything he could hope for. A chance to knock off Alabama. Plenty of time, 2:23, 2 timeouts.
And still staying in the hunt, at least, in the SEC West. That's what we're looking at in the next 2:23. Dart on a throwback screen to the wide receiver, Wade. And Wade trying to get to the first down marker, got about 9 of it. DeMarco Helms holding on. 2nd down and 1. Clock moving down. We'll be right about at 2 minutes when they get this snap. There's a big opening. Judkins all the way into Alabama territory at the 31-yard line.
The old counter play. Pull the backside, follow behind. Big block that time by Broker, 64.
And then he rumbles for 35 yards. What a huge chunk of territory for Judkins. They fake it to him. From the 31, they throw back to him in the middle of the field, and he dives forward for about 4.
And remember, as Jenny told you, there's no Zach Evans. He's doing it all himself. No way to give him a blow. He had to stay in the game.
2nd down and 7 at the Alabama 28. And it's Judkins again. And he's still going. Inside the 15-yard line.
Watch the patience of Quinshon Judkins. Slow, and then he takes it.
Chews up 14 more yards, and he's got it to the 14. Down to 1:15 remaining. Dart throws incomplete. Heath was the intended receiver, but he threw it in a different spot than Heath was running. And Terrion Arnold was the guy covering over there.
Nice timing. Take your time. Go. Boy, that's just instinct. That's an instinctual runner right there.
And he's a load at the end of it, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
They've lost 6 straight to Alabama. Trying to snap that. Trying to go to 9-1. Dart, quarterback draw. Nope. Tripped up by Byron Young.
Yeah, I think that we're going to get a timeout here and load up these last couple plays.
We're under a minute. A 6-point game.
Well, it's the offensive genius against the defensive genius.
If Alabama loses, it'll be the first time in 12 years they've had 3 losses and back-to-back losses for the first time since 2013. First loss versus Ole Miss since 2015. 14-game home winning streak on the line for Lane Kiffin's Rebels.
Yep.
And he'd become one of those former assistants to notch his name next to beating Nick Saban to join Jimbo Fisher and Kirby Smart. All that packed into the next 62 seconds.
Alabama took the timeout, which gives a chance for Quinshon Judkins to catch a blow. He needed it.
And he's going to flush out of the backfield, so it's all Jackson Dart here on 3rd and 10. Dart.
No, it's not working.
Dropped at the 20.
Yeah, they're ready for that, aren't they?
Byron Young with another big play. Number 47 has been all over the field.
Just not quite as shifty from that pocket as Bryce Young is. Not many people are, but twice he's tried to climb the pocket, and the disciplined Bama pass rush stopped him.
A lot of big plays from that guy today.
Yes, he was. Knocking down passes, controlling a very, very prolific run game from inside out.
And now it's going to come down to one play here. They could get a first down
at the
4-yard line.
4-yard line.
So it doesn't have to go to the end zone. But 16 is a lot to ask. And here it is for the ball game.
So Alabama's been in 4 of these games, right? Last play.
Dart to the end zone. Incomplete, broken up by Brian Branch. Intended for Jonathan Mingo. And there's a smile on the face of Nick Saban right now. Maybe for the first time in a couple of weeks.
Don't blame him. Too deep look, go to your best guy. Bingo inside on Branch. It's a decent matchup. Field's open. Branch, really good coverage. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Alabama takes over on downs, and Lane Kiffin's clipboard or play sheet goes flying into the bench. On the other side, happy Nick Saban.
And a happy LSU, by the way.
That's right. That means the Tigers are going to Atlanta. Victory formation for Bryce Young and company. And a hard-fought SEC West game here in Oxford, and it's going to be 7 straight now. Alabama over the Rebels. Well, a few mistakes along the way, but other than that, a hell of a game.
Good fight from both sides.
Alabama goes to 8-2. Ole Miss falls to 8-2.
Lane Kiffin goes over to Bryce Young first before he goes to Nick Saban.
So Bryce Young with some magic again today. And Alabama wins it 30-24. So the updated standings, Gary just mentioned it. LSU clinches the West. Congratulations to the Tigers. We'll see you guys at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta on the first weekend of December. Alabama goes to 5-2. And the winning coach is with Johnny Dell.
Coach, you said you needed to focus on the process, not the outcome. Well, you got the outcome you wanted. How did you see this process play out?
Yeah, but our guys really competed in this game. I mean, they really played hard in the second half. I mean, we stubbed our toe a lot in the first half and just kept playing the next play. And that's the kind of identity we really want to reestablish, you know, in the program. And I'm so proud of these players for what they did tonight. That was great. Ole Miss played a really good game.
Congratulations on the win, Coach.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, good ball game. Alabama wins on the road and comes back from that loss in overtime to LSU to survive this one.
And Lane Kiffin threw that thing because he knew he had a chance to win.
That's right. Now it's time for the play of the game presented by Jersey Mike's Subs. And it was the breakup by Brian Branch. Chris Stewart called it this way for the Alabama Radio Network.
Gets the snap. Looking, firing, up in the air, knocked away, incomplete. Brian Branch knocked it away from Mingo, and Alabama turns away the Rebels.
Eli Gold's at home going, good call, Chris. And a good win for Alabama. 30-24 is the final. And the Tide wins its 7th in a row against the Rebels. That's going to wrap it up for us. For Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, Gene Steratore, our entire CBS crew. Brad Nessler saying so long from Oxford. Final score, Alabama 30, Rebels 24. We'll get you back to Adam Zucker and company for the college football postgame show presented by Rocket Mortgage right after these messages. We'll see you in Lexington, Kentucky next Saturday.